Come here, legend. Come here, my friend. Yeah, this is legend. A good friend of mine. Come. I have a touch on you, yeah? People may fear you, but you are a nice animal. Here it is. This is legend. Yeah, this is legend here. Now, guys. Now I've catch it halter. This is a halter that I've catch. Yeah, this is it. Very friendly animal. The way big it is, but very friendly. You can now see I'm just caressing it here. Yeah, feeling good. Come, Milan, come. We take a selfie. Come, we take a selfie. Yeah, stand there. Let's take a selfie with you, bull. Yeah, you can see now the way I'm catching it. It needs a selfie with me. Yeah, a selfie with me. The head is out. Yeah, come. Yeah, here it is. Chini. Karibu sana guys to my YouTube channel. That is Lumumba Junior. Remember to subscribe to my new YouTube channel if you are a new viewer, because every day actually I get a new viewer who actually appreciate what I'm doing about animal, the animal lover himself. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, guys. Yeah, remember this is my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to dive into a topic of how to feed a bull, yeah, for effective performance and fertility. Yeah, remember this is a bull that we use here for breeding, and the reasons why we have a bull here, one of the reasons is about remember in this field, some animals in terms of fertility rate is very low. So to cover that expense, because sometimes you inseminate an animal, after some few days it comes on heat again, so that means we have to re-inseminate that type of an animal. So with that, it is very costly, because here we used sexed semen. Remember, for sexed semen, yeah, it depends with the fertility rate of that sex semen. The way the animal is calving down, the progressive calving, so that means fertility rate decreases in that animal. That's why most of the heifers you can get that most of the heifers, when you actually inseminate with a sexed semen, actually it conceives very well with no problem, with no difficulty. It is just one touch. You inseminate, it becomes incalv. But for the animal that have just be given birth, sometimes you can even inseminate 5 times, they still don't conceive. So for animals like those ones, is the animal that we just give this bull that you can see behind me. This is the bull here that I'm with it here. And apart from this bull, I can show you another bull here, which is a Brahman breed of an animal. Let me show you this Brahman. Yeah, this is the Brahman, and I have a video explaining what Brahman is, the origin of this, which is it comes from India, its characteristics, why we have it in this farm. When you look at my consecutive videos, you can just get some knowledge about this Brahman. Yeah, Brahman, come here. Remember, I explained this animal when it came here. You couldn't even touch it this way. Yeah, you couldn't even touch it this way. Yeah, this animal is 8 months old. The way big it is, 8 months old. Look at that leg. Yeah, very strong, very energetic. So I want to show you how we feed these animals here. Like now, you can see Mr. Philemon is just doing what we call just actually removing feed from the waterers. He has already put water in the waterers. This is the waterer. So we already have water inside here. What is remaining, yeah, is feeds. Because you can see he has just emptied all the feeds here. The same to this other bowl here. And he is progressing to the rest of the animals. Yeah, you can see the rest of the animals. Everything is being cleared so to put today's meal. Yeah? Remember, guys, I told you this is very early in the morning. Yeah, this is what remained. Yeah, these the remains after feeding. You see the animals are feed on all the hay, all the other things that are very edible, and now we have these sticks. Yeah, we call these remains. Yeah, these are sticks from the sorghum, others from the super napier. I told you, like now they are feeding on silage made for super napier. Now you can see cleanness is ongoing there, removal of the entire feeding. Then after doing that, we are now going now feeding our bull for better performance in terms of climbing other animals, in terms of like this bull. Let me show you about this bull. Look at this bull. Just look the way the body is. Evenly distributed. I'll tell you how we do this thing on how to manage this evenly distributed body. You see how it is evenly distributed. So let us wait for Mr. Philemon. When he comes, then we'll proceed from there, guys. Let us wait for him, then we'll do the entire thing together so that we can get learned about this entire process, guys. Thank you. As I'm waiting for Mr. Philemon to come with the meal, because you have seen he has started with the in-calf havers and the dry cow here. Remember, it's the same formulation, but what matters here is about now as a supplement. The way I'm waiting for him to come, we can learn something about bull keeping and the entire thing. Let me show you these the back camera about these bulls, then we talk about them. You can see one is up in the back of me here, and the other one is just in front of. Remember, guys, I told you this is Brahman and this one is a Holstein Friesian bull. This is the one that we are using for breeding right now. Brahman we have not started because it's only 8 months old. So I'm going to tell you something about bulls. So I'm going to tell us about these bulls because the breeding bulls actually contributes to around 50% of your herd genetics, like this one. This is a pedigree bull. Yeah, it wasn't born here. We just brought it from another place. That is Mr. Philemon coming. So I was talking about this bull. So one healthy bull, so that means fertile bull can serve up to 25 to 50 cows in a season. So that means in the breeding season you can feed up to that range. Then that means that but here the catch, if that is about malnutrition and under condition or mineral deficient, you will face missed heats. So that means that when you don't feed this bull well, like this one, it is not eating much meal. Like you can see it is now playing on the meal. It has put his neck on the meal, selecting some silage on it. Yeah, this one even it is not eating much meal. You can see the way I told you. I'll tell you what it encompasses this meal. Because you have seen Mr. Philemon have just brought that meal there. That is the wheelbarrow. Yeah, it's just to ease the transportation. After that he can carry them to this place here, the way he's now doing it. Remember, he has a dust coat of Kagrik. When I talk about Kagrik, is one of the genetic centers in Kenya that they produce semen for insemination. So I was talking about these. So key points to do in bull. Bull must be in good condition. Like you can see this bull, it is in good condition. That means body condition score, which we call BCS, and we have to achieve the body condition in between around 3.5 out of 5. You can see how this bull, the whole actually the weight is the way the body condition is very good. And you have to make sure that nutrition affects libido, sperm quality, and overall performance. When you're feeding these two bulls, you have to make sure those key points, those key 3 points are fulfilled, which is libido. That means it can be served anytime that you give it a female. Another thing is about sperm quality. Remember, some ejaculations are not that quality ejaculation. You can even miss. So for this bull, in terms of what we are feeding it, in terms of missing, it is very hard for it to miss once you give it when you are serving. I was telling you about you can feed even a bull poorly. That means you can poorly fed bull can appear healthy but still be subfertile. You can see a bull like this one. You can maybe feed it, then at the end of the day, it is very big this way, but it is subfertile. So let me tell you about the nutritional requirement, which is the topic of today. Let us break down into 4 key categories where we'll talk about energy sources, we can talk about protein sources, we can talk about minerals and vitamins, then we can talk about something that is very fundamental that we call like water, actually water. So when I'm talking about energy sources, what we give this one, like this bull, you can see where it has gone to stand. It is now defecating. So that means the entire thing, the animal is doing its actually metabolism process is ongoing. Look the way the position is. It is like it is as if it needs some maybe a female one. We give it so that it can ride on it. So I was talking about energy sources. The reason why we are giving this animal energy source is because it needed for stamina, movement, and body maintenance. Like this bull, see the way it is moving. It has seen Mr. Philemon there feeding the entire animal there. So this bull also wants some meal. Remember I told you something about these our animals I told you about doper sheep, where when they see somebody having a supplement, they make a lot of noise. You can just watch the other video so that you can see that. Then I was talking about use of these, what we feed them, about the energy source. One of the energy sources that we give this animal is the super napier, where we have the pak chong one, and then like this one you can see we have some super, you can see some greens here. Like I can just touch a green here. Songa kidogo, we're legend, I just need to touch something. This is super napier here. This is no super napier here. You can see we're giving it a super napier. Then we have like now we have silage from the napier, which is super napier. Then we have some hay. You can see some hay inside here. And remember I told you we mix with some molasses. So this means that energy what fuels that libido. Don't let your bull run on empty. This energy is the one that you see when it's firing. That is the libido comes from this energy. Remember that during ejaculation we need a lot of energy. So when the animal has a lot of energy, libido is very high, ejaculations goes on well. I remember we have talked about fertility, where the animal it has very good body, but performance is very good. You can see the way it is standing very well. Then we are now going to talk about protein. The protein is what we are just waiting here, so that Mr. Philemon to bring the protein, so that I can tell you about what proteins put in the body. But as we wait for Mr. Philemon, because he has a lot of work. You can see just carrying, bringing. When he'll bring the supplement here, you'll see that that is metabolism process. Metabolism process. Now it is eliminating urine. We saw it was eliminating something like dung. Now we tell you this animal is very healthy. That is the color of urine that your bull should produce. So I was talking about something about now protein. In our mixed ration here, so that means we'll put some proteins inside here, which once Mr. Philemon comes with it. So basically what it contains, it will be having some cottonseed cake, some sunflower, then soya meal, then lucerne. Young bulls like this one need more protein to reach their full potential. Like this one, the mixing that we are giving this one is not the mixing that we are giving this legend. This is legend, and this we call this one Brahmin. You see, it is not feeding, just waiting for that supplement. Once the supplement it is here, you will see all the animals, including those ones, heads will be down. You see, like now others are eating because they are that hungry, so they have to eat. Then another thing that I was telling you about, you see the way these you may get some bulls. The neck is very fat, then the body is very narrow. Lakini for this animal, you can see the muscles are distributed evenly. This is because of minerals, and apart from minerals, I'm going to talk to you about something that we call fish meal. Fish meals play actually a vital role in terms of position and any other thing. It makes the meal that it has eaten so that to be distributed evenly. So I'm going to talk about these something like minerals and vitamins now. So these vitamins and minerals, they are crucial for semen quality, especially. I can now talk about zinc. You see now Mr. Philemon is bringing the supplements. Now those are the supplements that is coming with that I'm talking about. So in those supplements we have something like the zinc inside. This is for boost sperm production. Then selenium and vitamin E prevent sperm cell damage. You can see this bull is being fed on these. I told you a bull like this needs a lot of protein in it, yeah. So this meal has a lot of protein as compared to the other meal. So it will be fed on this, yeah. You see now this one is feeding well. Then Mr. Philemon will go bring another meal for this other cow, yeah. Now see the way it is feeding. Now here is Mr. Philemon with another supplement for this bull. So this bull, I told you, it needs actually minerals for. It needs a supplement, the concentrates to increase all other things. I was talking about minerals for sperm quality. Zinc boosts sperm production. Selenium and vitamin E prevent cell damage. Phosphorus and calcium for muscle contraction and bone health. The way strong you see this animal, yeah. Let me just take you round this animal, yeah. The way this animal is very strong, as you can see, this means that we are giving it enough phosphorus and calcium so that it can stand well, so that it can ride well, and the entire thing. The another key factor that we should not even ignore is about clean water. Yeah, I'm going to show you what we mean by clean water. This is clean water that has been given this morning, and a bull can drink up to 40 to 60 liters of milk within a day. That's why you can see it was urinating. The entire process, it is not dehydrated, very healthy, a very good body condition, and the entire thing. Yeah. So remember, dehydration affects sperm concentration and libido. Yeah. I've told you. Now you can see this is another dairy meal for the entire flock. It is not the same as these. Remember, I told you these bulls are being given a special diet as compared to those other animals. Yeah. So I'm just continuing speaking about this. So I was telling you that dehydration affects sperm concentration and libido. So another thing about feeding program examples, because I can just tell you a sample feeding program for maybe 500 kg breeding bull, because this our bull is 500 kg. That means this is the weight of this bull. We actually measured it was 500 and actually it was 564 kg. So I'll tell you how we are feeding this bull here so that we can maintain everything that I tell you. Basically, we usually feed this bull twice a day, yeah, in the morning and in the evening. So in the morning, we give 5 to 6 kg Napier grass chopped. So that means we are giving it the chopped, we are giving it something like chopped maize, we call it Napier grass chopped. So that means it can consume up to around 5 to 6 kg in the morning. Then 1 to 1.5 kg concentrate, that is a combination of maize jam, sunflower cake, and mineral premixes with every other thing that we talked about. Then in the evening, it is when, like now, you can see they're giving it around 6 kg hay with silage. Remember, I told you what we do here. We are now giving it a complete ration where you can see some traces. Yeah. Remember, I told you there is a time you're giving it purely grains. But a time like this, we are just putting like less than a kilo of grains. So that means grains is inside here, but we are just put it a little bit, and 2 kg concentrate plus mineral leaks. Concentrate is what you have seen. That's what Mr. Philemon has just fed on it. Then we should always ensure that we have 40 to 60 liters of clean water, and we should always make sure that we have clean water and also mineral block. Mineral blocks, I think it is inside here. We have, I think it has been covered by this feed that it has been put here, but we can see one of the mineral block, it has fell down here. This is a mineral block that I'm talking about. It is usually put in these feeding troughs inside there so that it can leak when it needs, but it has been covered. Then we can now talk about management tips and mistakes to avoid in feeding these bulls. One of it is too much concentrate, which means that when you give this animal too much concentrate, you are guaranteed that it will lead to fat buildup around the scrotum. You see that is the scrotum. You see that is the scrotum. So when you feed it with too much concentrate, you will see the scrotum will be swollen. So that means there will be a deposition of fat, so you should avoid that. Another thing is ignoring minerals. When you ignore minerals, it will cause silent heat and poor semen quality. Yeah, so make sure you have the minerals available, and these actually won't affect the about silent heat, because you can see when you take this bull to maybe to a female, you can see in terms of sperm quality, yeah, it is very poor. So, and sometimes even ejaculation, even riding, it is defeated. Yeah, another thing is about a lack of water and exercise, reduce libido and stamina. Like you can see, this space is enough for movement. This animal can move from this side to that and there, and sometimes when it wants to ride, it doesn't ride the other animals here. We remove it from here, it rushes to where you can see a wheelbarrow there, or the entrance, that space there, it is where it is actually mounting the other animals there. And I can show you at the end of this clip that an animal has been ridden on, and the way it is doing it very well. So another thing is about make sure that it never lacks water, which we have talked about it. Then another one is management tips. Ensure exercise, walking improve muscle tone and circulation, do regular scrotum measurement and semen evaluation. Yeah, because sometimes we have to restrain this bull. We just touch on the scrotum so that we make sure there is no fat deposition there. Then after doing that, we have people imagine the way we measure the scrotum. Yeah, there is like this animal, we have to know the measurement of that scrotum from top actually to bottom of that scrotum, so that we can appreciate. And in any case it reduces or increases in size, we know that this scrotum has increased in size or it has reduced in size. What should we do? We should now adjust these. Maybe also we can reduce these, and that we make sure that these bulls are healthy and very strong, guys. You know, this is an interesting topic for today. You know, that's why I'm even smiling. And even clans. Another thing is about adjust feeding before and after breeding season. The breeding season, that in other terminology is being called flushing. This is the breeding season. But for this, we don't have a breeding season, because any animal that comes on heat after insemination, maybe twice, then it fails. We now bring this bull to mount that kind of animal. That means that the fertility rate would have reduced to that animal. Yeah. So that's about flushing. Remember, your bull is not just an animal, it's your herd future. So when you're selecting this type of a bull, make sure you bring a pedigree animal, that at least you don't destroy your genetics for this farm. Remember, I told you this farm we get 40 plus liters of milk. 40 plus. So once I talk about, make sure that you have to achieve with the performance of the bull that you have brought here, make sure you maintain your 40 plus liters of milk. So that means this bull here, this is legend, come here. So this is legend. Make sure the dam for this can produce that amount of milk, and you have to take these samples from this bull so that it can be tested. It can be taken for testing. Like here we take them maybe at ADC, that is a genetic center, that is ADC, or we can even take it to Kagrik, the way I told you, Kagrik, the genetic center in this region. Not in this, in Kenya, together with ADC, ADC Genetic Center, so that it can be tested. Then you can see if this bull meets the standard for actually the standard for actually the genetics that we need here. One of the genetics that we need here is about milk yield production. We must have a high milk yield production. I don't know why these animals are making a lot of noise. So that's all what I can tell you about bull keeping. So make sure, if you want to keep a very good bull with high libido, with high quality semen, that is the way you can do. Remember, we are just doing what we call learning. Make sure you subscribe to the animal lover himself in this YouTube channel. I go by the name Lumumba Junior. Tumechila. Let's keep on learning. Goodbye for now. Thank you, good people, for listening to this the entire topic. Goodbye. Meet another day. Benchmarking Uasin Gishu County. I salute you guys. Goodbye.